Old school 2008 hoodie. We got a plaque for you here.
That's very nice. Thank you. This is not me, by the way, public speaking. First of all, I want to thank Coach Scott, Dr. Fitzgerald for the prayers for my dad. He's having a tough time. In fact, I'm going to try to make the speech as quick as I can because I got to go back to Westchester Medical. So I'm just going to start right away. Anyone who knows me, Dad, this is for you, just so you know. I don't like to make a big deal about things, but I am really honored to be here tonight because of the part I played in baseball in Rockland County. But to be honest, when they told me I had to make a speech tonight, I really hesitated. So my sisters asked me yesterday what I love about baseball. I said everything. Well, really, the best thing about baseball is winning. That anyone can play it virtually their whole lives. I discovered at a really young age that I was pretty good at it. I remember pitching balls to my father in Brussels, Belgium, in the backyard, and he insisted on catching me barehanded. That didn't do a lot for your confidence. I kept pitching as hard as I could, and he never even flinched. But he made me better. My family was a baseball fan and dreamed the same dreams as I did. In the days I sat on the couch with my dad, watching the Detroit Tigers, which was our favorite team, still is, to the day I got drafted by the Atlanta Braves in the 80s. I can't remember a time when I didn't wake up in the morning dreaming about baseball. It still happens. Luckily, my sons and grandsons are continuing the tradition. Sue, my wife, and I say, now this is the hard part, we didn't have to wait a lifetime to meet our favorite baseball players. She raised them. She was called Mom and I was called overrated. What's my best baseball memory? Well, besides tonight, I think it would have to be when I had to pull off the Garden State Parkway, overwhelmed with emotion after receiving the news that not only did my youngest son, Robbie, excuse me, get drafted by the Cleveland Indians, but my middle son, Michael, who pitched at STAC from 2008 to 2010, had just been drafted by the Seattle Mariners. There are a lot of other great memories. Coaching at STAC with Coach Scott, Coach Garvey, sitting next to Sue, cheering from the sidelines, and working with my grandson, Joey. I remember for me when I was still playing for the Atlanta Braves, when I went from suspect to prospect, my first start after the All-Star game, the entire front office of the Braves, including Hank Aaron, came to my game. That game, which I'll never forget, I got the first two guys out in the top of the first inning, and then it quickly went downhill. The next four hitters took me deep. True story. And I remember walking back to the dugouts where all my teammates all ran to the bullpen laughing, and I was getting booed from the home crowd. Long story short, 7 innings later, they took me out with a 5-4 lead and a standing ovation.
All right.
Baseball is for always. I once asked my mom if she thought there was baseball in heaven. She said said, Brian, I have good news and bad news. Good news is there is baseball in heaven. The bad news is you're pitching next week. Well, she wasn't wrong about many things, but thank goodness she was wrong about that. I like to think that after 50 years, I still have a lot of baseball left in me. So thanks for tonight. Thanks for the honor, Scott. Thanks for the recognition. And thanks for allowing me to be part of everything great about baseball.